What do you say to a family that you've just captured the mastermind behind your son or daughter's death, and instead of saying we're going to give him justice or we're going to seek justice, they just let him go. All charges are dropped. What then are you really saying to the parents? How would you reconcile knowing that your president has just given gratitude to the opposing party who destroyed your family? How do you take that? Well, anyways, my name is James, and I'm down here in Washington, D.C., trying to find out the latest information on whether or not the Democrats have the upper hand. So far that I found out that we're trying to find out whether or not the president has continued on the tradition of having a girlfriend. Every Democrat that since I've been alive that has held office has had a girlfriend on the side. So Michelle would be for the family and the wife, and then Obama and his girlfriend would be for the pleasure side. But while I'm down here in Washington, D.C., I found out several things. One, your tax dollars are going to more alcohol than I've seen in a while. Two, the drug cartel is causing a real stink around here, even though you can't tell it. But they're supplying more money to the Congress of putting a fence on our borders, or stopping the fence on our borders, than the way the Americans are. So my understanding is somebody's getting paid off. I mean, think about it. The American voters voted for your House or Senate member. Okay, they have the rights and they have the knowledge and understanding that what they believe the person who is now inside the Senate or the House is going to be respecting of his voters, or he's not going to have a job. So I know with Texas, they want a lot of fence up. They're tired of the shootings, the drugs. You know, there's more drugs than you can ever imagine. It's amazing how a lot of these illegal immigrants pulled out these. You know, they have vials, little vials of horse tranquilizers. Well, from my understanding, they pour that into a lady's drink and she's out cold, and the guy gets to do whatever. That's a shame. Going back with the original story, folks. How do you reconcile knowing that the president has just released the terrorist? That's right, I said it. I said terrorist that killed your sons on the USS Cole. That's something I'm still trying to ponder, folks. I don't get it. I don't like it. Half the spending bill that I've read goes towards a pig's pot. Their own. Every senator there gets his own special project. I mean, think about it. Research to do X, Y, Z. I mean, that'll apply 2 or 3 people. Houston, Texas. Let's go to Houston. I drove by there, and they were doing all this road construction on I-10. I didn't see an American there. I saw more Mexicans there because of the cheap labor than I actually did Americans. Yeah, this Folks, this is going to stimulate the economy, alright? The money's going to go into these special funds. These special projects are going to be going out to build these construction roads, and the construction roads are going to hire cheap labor, which is usually an illegal immigrant, and then the illegal immigrant is then going to take the money and send it home. Yeah, I can see a lot of money going towards Mexico. So tune in next week when we find out whether or not the president has a girlfriend on the side or not. I think we're getting close. We found some pictures of where he's being groped. But before I show you those to you, we'll make sure you get the full story. Well, thank you, and y'all have a good night.